Welcome to Mother-Daughter Projects. I'm Steph.
I'm Vicki.
And today we're going to show you how we made these concrete seats for this bench. First, we cut 4 strips of melamine at 1.5 inches tall. We used our circular saw and rip cut jig to make straight cuts. Next, we screwed all 4 pieces to a scrap piece of melamine. We drilled pilot holes, then screwed it into place. We made sure to cover the screw heads with painter's tape so the concrete wouldn't damage the screw heads. We made sure our mold was level and added shims underneath where needed. We sealed the inside seams with silicone. This ensures the concrete will not seep through the seams and the concrete will not stick to the silicone. We used a highlighter bottom to give the seams a rounded edge. We cut mason ladder to size with a Dremel for extra support in the concrete. Please note, with slabs this small, we believe this wasn't necessary. We used 60 pounds of the 80-pound bag of concrete for each slab.
2 must-have tools for mixing large batches of concrete is the largest concrete mixing tub they make and a hoe. Now the concrete mixing tub you can find where they sell the concrete stuff, but the hoe you're going to need to go to the gardening departments.
We mixed small amounts of water with the concrete until we got a cookie dough consistency. We poured the concrete into the mold and flattened it out. Spend extra time to make sure you get into the corners and edges. We added our metal reinforcement and added more concrete. If we were to do this again, we would have vibrated first, then added the metal reinforcement, as it shifted towards the bottom of the mold during vibration. We use a board to skim the top to get it level.
We use a Sawzall to vibrate the mold, and it ended up being the perfect tool to use. And little hint, vibrate longer than you think you should.
Once we finished, we covered it with plastic and waited 2 to 3 days before removing it from the mold. We uncovered the screws and removed them. We pulled each of the melamine sides off. There was a little flexibility in the bottom piece, so we found that we could bend it to help remove the concrete. We sanded the back and sides as needed. The concrete won't be fully cured for about 28 days, so it's fairly easy at this point to sand. We repeated this process for all 3 slabs, which ended up being about 60 pounds each. If you look closely at our slabs, you'll see they all look a little different. We didn't put enough water in one of our pours, and that's why one of the seats has a little bit of craters in it, but it's still a solid piece. Once cured, we did seal these with a waterproof concrete sealer, and we attached them to the bench with concrete adhesive.
What we learned. One of the things we learned was we needed to use painter's tape on top of the screws and then leave a little tail, so once we were finished we were able to rip that tape off and we were able to access the screws.
And you may be wondering what melamine is. Well, if you've ever bought anything from IKEA or from a big box store, you probably have some of this furniture in your house. It's basically, it's like a plastic waterproof coating that they put on top of particle board, and they use in that kind of cheap furniture. So if you have something in your house that has melamine and you want to get rid of it, you may want to keep that to be able to use in a project like this. The melamine we used, we actually found in someone's trash. So it was trash day. I think it was okay. It was okay. They weren't using it anymore.
Another thing is to plan ahead. We always have leftover concrete mixed up, so we like to have some silicone or plastic molds on hand so we can use up that last little bit.
And if you want to see how we put together this rest of this bench, check out our video on that. And to see all of our videos, make sure to subscribe to us right here on YouTube. So if you want to know more about this bench, we have a whole video about how we put together the rest of the bench, and we have even more videos right here on YouTube.
That kind of bothers you?
Wow. Okay.
We are outside. It's Florida.
Freaking
it's
birds.
Buggy.
Yeah. Okay.